Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Hormone Reset Podcast. I'm Jennifer Whitted, I'm the host, and I wanted to talk to you today a little bit about understanding macros because um, a lot of times when it comes to nutrition, we know that we want to lose weight, we want to build muscle, we want to feel better. I mean, more than anything, we just want to be able to feel better, much less build muscle, lose weight, become toned, all of those things. But a lot of times we feel trapped with food because we have no idea what to eat, how much, what is the combination of food that we are supposed to eat in order to be able to achieve the physique that we really want to have. We want to be sexy, we want to be attractive, we want to look nice. And so it can be really frustrating. And believe me when I say this, because I'll tell you, when I first started competing, and that's when I learned how to calculate my own macros. And when I first started, I had no idea what I was doing. Before I learned about macros, I would just eat and I counted my calories. And I thought that the food pyramid was accurate. And turns out that that isn't the way to really experience freedom when it comes to food. When you learn how to calculate your macros, you are set free for the rest of your life. So if this is something that you would like to experience in your own life, then listen, because I'm going to give you some really great tips on how to calculate macros, how to eat to be able to lose weight, balance your hormones, keep the weight off, and just feel more confident in yourself. Enable yourself to be able to do this without feeling like a failure. And so when I first started, my coach just said, okay, there you go, there's your macros. And I had no idea what I was doing. And so it wasn't until I had someone sit me down and tell me, okay, you need to have some sort of a food tracker. You need to start logging the food into the food tracker, because she just gave me these numbers and she's like, okay, here you go, there's your macros. And I'm like, oh, what do I do now? I don't know what to do with this. So I was like, I just won't eat. That's going to solve all my problems. I'll just never eat again and I'll be fine. I just won't even worry about it. That's just what I'll have to do. The victim, this calculating macros took me out of victimhood and empowered me into feeling confident enough to be able to eat whatever I wanted and to achieve the goal that I wanted. And I know what to do if I get a little bit fluffy. I know exactly what I need to do in order to lose the weight. Is it always easy? No, not always easy, but I know what I need to do. And so I've been able to just feel so much more confident and believe in myself. It's changed my life. And so I really just wanted to hop on here and give you a few little tips about mindset, about macros, to be able to change your life. Because that's really what my goal is to be able to empower women to feel that they can do it. You can do it. And so that's that's why I'm here. So a lot of times, have you ever noticed that you crave a cookie? And then because you crave a cookie and you think to yourself, no, I'm going to be good. So then you go have a protein bar. Then you go have a Greek yogurt. Then you go have like a big 2 handfuls of strawberries, because strawberries are fruit, that's healthy. Then you go have like 3 heaping teaspoons of peanut butter. And then you still have that cookie on your mind. When in the beginning, if you had just eaten the cookie, you would have been better off because it would have been way less calories and you would have felt satisfied. And what if I were to tell you that there is no such thing as a good food and a bad food? Food is food. Are there higher qualities of food than others? Abso-freaking-lutely. And so what you want to do is understand that so that you can make better choices around food. Now, in that case, I would have just said to that client, if you're craving a cookie, eat a damn cookie. Because in the big scheme of things, you ate so many calories that now you're not going to be able to have one of your meals is not going to be able to be a full meal because you ate so many other things that you're still going to be hungry at the end of the day. The most important thing when it comes to macros that you need to prioritize is protein. As we start to age, as women start to get older, we lose 1 to 3% of our muscle every decade after menopause. And so if a woman is not prioritizing protein, is not lifting weights, she's more than likely going to lose 1 to 3% of her muscle mass every 10 years. Why is that significant? Your heart is a muscle. You want to be healthy and strong for as long as possible. If you have children, you want to see your grandchildren. Learn to prioritize protein with each meal, and then you fill in with everything else around that. Now, not all food is of the best quality. Like I mentioned before, like fast food is highly processed food. It is not real food. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to tell you that if you go and eat a burger from a fast food restaurant, more than likely, it's probably 50% or less of beef. The rest of it is soy, fillers, whatever else. We have no freaking clue what they put in the food. And so the more that you can eat whole nutrition versus fast food, that is going to cause you to lose weight. If you are a person that eats fast food at least once a day, you go to your Starbucks and you get your drive-through, whatever it might be, your candy coffee. I call it candy coffee because that's really what it is when it's loaded with sugar, and you get the whatever Danish or pastry, or even the little egg white bites are loaded with fat and salt. And the eggs are powdered eggs. They are not farm fresh eggs that they are making these egg bites with. Hate to break it to you. Highly processed food contains a lot of stuff that isn't the best for you. So the more that you can eat from home, the more that you can meal prep, you know exactly what's going into your food. There's no question about it. If it's a matter of convenience for you, if you don't have time, meal prep on your day off. And I've created a training program for clients. It's a free training that I offer to people on how to meal prep in an hour or less, including cleanup. Meal prepping doesn't have to take a long time. It doesn't have to take your entire day off. You can meal prep 5 lunches in an hour or less on the weekend. All it requires is for you to prepare in advance by going to the grocery store to get the things that you need to be able to make those meals. Maybe it's chicken, maybe it's shrimp, maybe it's a combination of things. If you don't like to eat the same thing every day, if that doesn't sound like something you want to do, then I would highly recommend that you work with a meal prep service and order meal preps from some sort of a company and have them sent to your home, or go and pick them up. There's some that you can order online that will be delivered to your house, or you might have a local meal prep service that can actually make the meals for you to your macros, and you can go and pick them up from them. Highly recommend doing that. Usually they're right around $10 a meal, which is even cheaper than if you were to go out to eat every single day of the week. So, of course, making your own meal prep is more cost effective, But if you just don't have the time to do it, then the next best thing is for you to get a meal prep service. When it comes to macros, you want to prioritize protein and then build up your fats and your carbs around that, depending on what your goal is. And that's where these tracking devices help you. Any sort of a meal tracking device, you plug in all of your information and you plug in your goal, and it will help you calculate the macros for you. Of course, unless you work with a coach or trainer that will calculate your macros for you, depending on your specific goal. Lifestyle is a lot different than a bikini competitor. I will just tell you that. If you wanted to be able to compete at a competitive level, your macros are going to look a lot different than someone that is trying to learn macros for their lifestyle so that they can have a cookie if they want. If they wanted to have a glass of wine on Friday night for date night, then that's another thing where you want to make sure that your lifestyle fits that. So there's a big difference there, of course, but that's why it's so empowering to learn and understand macros, because it doesn't matter where you're at. If you're traveling, if there's a birthday, if there's a holiday, if you go on vacation, you're not going to have to worry about a weight gain, because you're going to know exactly what to do so that you can still enjoy your time without worrying, oh my gosh, I'm going to gain 10 pounds and I'm going to have to start all over again when I get back home. And you don't have to do that anymore. I haven't gained weight. And as a matter of fact, we just got back from a weekend trip to Las Vegas where I lost 2 pounds. Don't hate me. I know. But anyway, so I just wanted to hop on and really talk to you a little bit about macros. And just to let you know that this is something you can do. If I can do it, you can do it. Sometimes it takes a little bit of extra help, and that's where a coach comes in. So this is something that I work with in the 90-day hormone reset system in my program. I help women understand macros so that they can live the rest of their life without the worry of gaining weight. And if they do gain weight, they know exactly what they need to do. They are set for life. They keep the weight off for life. Not only that, their mindset improves, their mood improves, their marriages improve, their relationships improve because they feel better about themselves. Their kids start picking up on these habits and changes, and the kids start incorporating. That was one of the biggest noticeable factors for me as a parent, that my kids wanted to do what I was doing. Oh my gosh, mom, you're eating healthier. You're going to the gym. I want to do that too. My son is a freaking buff, muscular guy, and all he does is lift weights and go to work and lift weights and goes to work. And I am so proud of him, and understanding that this gives your kids, it teaches your kids a lifestyle, teaches them an outlet that carries through their lives into adulthood, so they have a healthier way to manage stress. And that's one thing that I have really kind of lived by, is that a lot of us say that we will die for our kids, but would you dare to get healthier for your kids? Would you learn how to live longer for your kids? It's great that we die for our kids, but would you become healthier so that you can be there longer? That's the real question. I think that that's a really deep thought-provoking, and it makes you really think, like, okay, what am I really doing? What are my priorities? Where do they lay? And reset your frame of mind from I can't, which is a very fixed mindset, into I'm going to give it a try. And you're not expected to be perfect right out the gate. Actually what we do in the 90-day hormone reset system is the first 2 weeks we're tracking food, but I am watching what they're eating, and I develop a meal plan for them based on what they eat the first 2 weeks, so that it's foods that they love to eat. We work on finding healthier alternatives of the foods that they love to eat. There's no food shaming. When I see their food and it's not within the macros, if it's something, biscuits and gravy, Oreo cookies, half a quart of ice cream, I am not going in there and being like, oh my God, no wonder. No, no, that's not what we do. We say, you know what? Clearly there's some sort of an emotional attachment to food, and we work on that. And also, we also work on, okay, let's find some healthier alternatives for you of options that you can eat. So we're working on the mindset, we're working on healing the trauma, and we're working on finding healthier options so that they still feel satisfied and satiated, so they don't feel like they're depriving themselves. And it's incredibly powerful. The feedback that I've gotten from clients is that they feel completely empowered. They feel in control. They don't feel lost or helpless. They don't feel that they are scared or unsure of what to do. No, these women are now badasses that can go out into the world and feel confident no matter what the situation is, without the thought or worry of gaining weight. And that's really, really powerful. So I wanted to share that with you. And it's almost Christmas. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. I'll talk to you soon.